Okay, so I'm going to go back to my new, and I'm going to use the JSTL syntax that will basically um, make our lives a lot easier in terms of error messages, in terms of validations. Just it's just going to work a lot better just for with the Spring Boot. Um, I'm sorry, with the Spring Boot framework. So way we'd make a form is let's put it inside the body. And I'm going to put, let's just say H2 new and improved form. So we say form. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so just like the form tag that you're used to that you've been using throughout the bootcamp up to this point, it's very similar. It's just a few nuances in terms of what goes in the opening form tag. So inside of form, we have to include a action still. So action equals wherever we're going to send our form. The method is still post. And the model becomes model attribute. Yep, I'm looking at the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, model attribute. So that is a car. Okay. This will, it's still going to be using data binding, but it's going to be a more efficient, more robust way of keeping track of the data. Okay. So our fields are going to be form input. I'm sorry, I missed one. Form label and spell label right. Okay, and that is going to just be our label. So I'm just going to call this make. And you have to include the path. The path is just the attribute of our object, right? So if we look at a car has make car model. I almost messed up. Make car model and year. So the path will be the same thing. So the input also takes the path variable. And we can make this self-closing. Oops. And then the last one is form errors, which takes the path variable as well. Okay. Can I still do the form? Will it work on this one? Class form control?
I think it should.
Let's give it a shot. Form dash control. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, pretty good. All right, so I'm just going to repeat this for each of the attributes in my car. So we have make, let's do model, oops, let's do them all. Last one needs to be year. Let's do this. Oops.
Hey Tyler, when you get a chance, will you go back to your car controller so I can see how you did that that what do you call it, where you didn't do the if statement?
Yeah. Oh, that's in the service.
It's in the service.
Yeah.
So what is
Right there.
or else? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so we've got our form now. This needs to be, instead of a text, I'm going to specify that this is a number. So I'm going to say type equals number. And then I'm just going to add my regular input type submit. And add car. What did I do? I forgot it. I did it again. Car model. It's after Braxton reminded me too. Okay, so car model. There we go. Now I'm clever. All right. Questions? Okay, just give me an indication of how you guys are doing. Cool. Awesome. Okay. All right. So if we want to use this new and improved form, we need to use what's known as the model attribute annotation. So back in our controller, instead of sending model, well, we can still do this, but what I'm going to do is say at model attribute, I'm going to call it a car, and it is a car, so car. Now, I don't, and actually let's do, shoot. This is going to be the old car. Old car. Okay, so the car that I'm passing down to my old form is the old car. So we'll call it, I think I just need to change it one place. Old car. Okay. And we got to set up the action on this one. So this one is going to be just /cars. Okay, so now I need to make this route. Okay, so back in our car controller, this is just, and I'm doing this just to sort of demonstrate the difference. So this is going to be just another post mapping going to /cars, public string create car. And I'm ultimately going to return the same thing, redirect to /. Okay. So the benefit of using the model attribute is once I pass in the model attribute here, I can just take this model attribute that I passed down to create a new car, and I can just put it into the create car method where I'm going to receive the car. So instead of creating a car instance, all I need to do is set the model attribute of car, and Spring Boot handles all of the inner workings for me. Okay. So all I need to do now is call my car service dot add car, and we're adding a car. And let's change this to old. You know, I don't think it matters. Okay, so let's test it out. If I go back to my new form, and let's make a new Ford Ranger. I think the 24s are out, right? They come out like mid-year. Let's see. And there's my Ford Ranger. So both forms work pretty much exactly the same way. This, I think, using model attribute is more efficient and just is, I think, is just cleaner. Okay. Questions? All right.
I got one if nobody else does.
Yeah, totally. Please.
Does it, are you planning on touching update at all? Because I'm over here trying to do it and struggling.
Oh, I was going to hold off, but I can do it now if you want. You guys want to do update today? Anybody opposed? Okay, let's do update. It's probably better to get out of the way. So let's stop. But before we go on, any questions about the create? All right, cool. Let's